across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First carry for James Conner, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Rolling to his left. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, there's Gallup. Nice catch. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Here's Jack Fox now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Jones operating from the gun. That's complete to John Ross. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jones on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Caught on the slant. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On second and goal, Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A run with Henry on first down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Saquon Barkley. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They juked him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This is caught. Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney
with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Demario Davis there on the stop. 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Forced out to his left.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Giants on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Jones.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Penny. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Elijah Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Doug Costin, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
71 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
And the Lions have recovered.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because they're...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.